Happy Diwali to all of you and a very warm welcome to Beyond the Boundary. TOI Sports पर देख रहे हैं आप हमारी खास प्रस्तुति. It's a special occasion. It's Diwali. Or what did I promise you yesterday? What did I promise you? I told you we will be back with some bangers क्योंकि हमारे पास हैं ace reporters. We have K Srinivas Rao. We get you all the bombs. Diwali है तो bomb तो फटना ही चाहिए. We've got you a banger of a show. The IPL retention list, the final retention list, live on TOI Sports on Beyond the Boundary. Here with us, I'm Chetan Narula, joined immediately by K. Srinivas Rao, who's our group sports editor. And we have a full panel of ace reporters as well. We have Dupayan Datta, who's joining us from Chennai, and we have Manuja Virappa, who's also joining us from Bangalore. And we'll have Sahil Malhotra joining us shortly as well. First of all, welcome to the show and a happy Diwali to you guys. Let's start very, very quickly. Let's get the first big news. And I think, Srini, the big news of this IPL retention is big players like Rishabh Pant, KL Rahul, and Shreyas Iyer. They are back in the auction pool. Your first thoughts on this?
Well, Shreyas Iyer has to be the first instance of a captain, of a defending captain, champion team captain going out of the franchise. It's ridiculous. I'm still unable to understand how this is coming to pass. But again, this is the first instance of a captain, sitting captain, going back into the auction pool. Rishabh, again, I mean, with Delhi Capitals, there's a change of management every 2 years, and the new management is coming in this year. They have different plans.
Yes, absolutely. And happy Diwali to the TOI sports team, says Sachin Chaudhary. Happy Diwali to you as well. Thanks for joining us. It's a big debate here now. So Payan, I'll get your views as well. आप चाहे MS Dhoni ले लो. Who are the winning captains? आप Rohit Sharma. Such a huge debate with MI, with the change in captaincy, etc., etc. But you look at Shreyas Iyer. He's won the IPL, and a captain, a winning captain, being let go. I'm not going to say treated this way, but just let go. Really, that sends shockwaves.
I agree with you, Chetan. But the thing is, they are retaining Dre Ras, and I'm guessing they are retaining Sunil Narine. So
Yes.
they probably believe that they may get Shreyas Iyer a little less from the auctions if it comes to an RTM. So that option is still available. I do not know whether they will actually go for it or not from the auctions, but there is that option. So Shreyas Iyer, given all his captaincy abilities and everything, he wasn't exactly a match winner last year for KKR. So that could be one of the reasons why he was let go at this stage. And I still do not think it is let go because the RTM option is still there. So we never know. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get Manuja's thoughts quickly on this. Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, Rahul back.
Mumbai has just officially released its retentions. No surprises. Rohit Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah, Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav, and Tilak Verma.
Okay, Srini, should we go ahead with this? I just want to go from you. Go ahead from you. Should we go ahead with this? MI have just officially released their retention. Now let's talk about what is the big news here. जो मुंबई इंडियंस की बिग न्यूज है वो हम आपको बता देते हैं. Jasprit Bumrah is their top retention, is their number one pick, and I think there should be no surprises here. Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav, they are equal retentions. They are their number 2 and 3 picks, but they will be paid an equal amount. The bigger news here is Rohit Sharma is their number 4 pick, and then of course you have Tilak Verma and no uncapped. Yes, they have one right to match. With this, they have used up 75 crores of their purse, a remaining purse of 59 crores for the auction. And when I say minimum purse used, यानी आपने जो BCCI के rules है उसके हिसाब से 75 crore. If they are paying more, that has not been revealed yet. If they are paying more, then 75 CR से ऊपर जा सकता है. Srini, first thoughts.
I think it's like a perfectly balanced decision that these guys have come out with. Bumrah, the reason is that today, if he were to go into the auction pool, he is not MI's but the
Yeah.
IPL's most valuable player. Last year we saw Cummins and
Yes.
Stark kind of take away the kind of salaries that they did. So purely from that, the benchmark that they set, it's very clear now with the salary purse, the overall salary purse going up. Bumrah is clearly nothing less than a 30 CR cricketer. So from that standpoint,
Hmm.
for MI to be holding him back, and then it's only obvious. From what I understand, all the players have unanimously agreed to this because even they understand what he brings to the table. So whether it is
Yeah.
captain Hardik or Surya, who's the India captain, or Rohit, who's the
Hmm.
outgoing captain, all of them put together, everybody understands, what Bumrah brings to the table. So it was a very unanimous decision that they arrived at. And with
Hmm.
Hardik and Surya again, kind of the captaincy stays with Hardik. That
Yeah.
doesn't change.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
as far as the salaries are concerned, they made sure that both are given equal amount of importance, because again, one is India captain and one is
Hmm.
the MI captain. And Rohit again, has
Right.
taken a back seat. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, it's understandable why he's kind of finished playing his India T20s, so it makes more sense for him to
Hmm.
kind of look at it from a big picture perspective. And Tilak, the
Okay.
fifth, Ishan will go for an RTM.
Okay, Ishan Kishan for an RTM. That's where they're saving up. Just a question here to to satisfy our viewers. हमारे बहुत सारे viewers ये जानना चाहते हैं. Rohit Sharma, was there ever a chance that Rohit Sharma could have gone elsewhere, could have gone back to the auction pool uh, after what happened last season? Was there ever a chance, Srinivas?
Sorry, come again.
Was there ever a chance of Rohit Sharma going into the auction pool?
Never.
After what
Never.
happened?
I've been saying
Never.
this, I think, for the last half a dozen shows whenever MI
Okay.
has been a talking point. I've said this. Not a single
Okay.
Mumbai Indians player, unless Mumbai Indians wants it, will go into the auction pool.
Okay, just a correction. They can't go for Ishan Kishan in right to match because uncapped player lena hoga unko right to match mein. So they can only do an uncapped player ka right
Yeah.
to match. And they have Nihal Vadera, and they have Namandhir, etc. Manuja, you were talking about MI. Jasprit Bumrah. We've talked about Sunrisers Hyderabad, Heinrich Klaassen, 23 CR, etc., etc. If there is a player who actually could command 23 CR or a 25 CR, or as Shrini says, 30 CR in a mega auction. अगर कोई player है जो 30 CR ले सकता है, that is Jasprit Bumrah. There is just no doubt about it.
Absolutely. And if you look at their retentions, they retained their core as always. Bumrah, Pandya. So you have Rohit Sharma, Tilak Varma, Surya Kumar Yadav as your main batsman. You have your pace
Yeah,
all-rounder and Hardik Pandya, Bumrah as your lead
yeah,
pacer. And given their ability to do talent hunt and throw up those amazing names, I think 59 crore is a good amount for them to have to play around with the auction
yeah,
in terms of
yeah.
getting the players they want. This is again, I think, a new cycle of MI going to groom players. So
Okay,
you couldn't have asked for a better retention. But
okay,
59 crore may seem a little less in terms of the auction dynamics at this point of time.
yeah,
But who knew, Hardik Pandya would come out of MI, or a Bumrah would come out of MI. So their
okay,
retention is a reflection of who they are as a franchisee.
okay. Okay, Dwapayan, your thoughts on this core group of players that they have retained? I mean, I'm looking at Tilak Varma. He's looked like $100. Then they have a right to match card. आप नमनधीर निहाल बधेरा को ले सकते हैं. Ishan Kishan. They might not be able to RTM him, but they will probably go for him again. If they don't get him, let's say, what does this mean for Ishan Kishan? That means potentially new pastures for him. Now we can add somebody like a Rishabh Pant, KL Rahul, Shreyas Iyer, and Ishan Kishan. These four big names are in the auction list. Dopayan,
Yes,
your thoughts?
absolutely. Ishan Kishan is going to go for massive money, and as we see, Kings 11 Punjab has only retained two uncapped players. They have let
Yes.
go of Arshdeep and everyone. So they will go into the auction with massive pars. So you
Yeah.
can very well understand how it's going to play out. And Ishan Kishan is definitely going to be one of the prime targets, and Rishabh Pant. Though there's a buzz about CSK and Rishabh Pant, but Kings 11 Punjab going in with that purse and Rishabh Pant in the market, well, I'm keenly looking forward to it. Though Kings 11 is
Okay.
finally doesn't comes up with the team that wins them, but yes, that's what
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to.
Okay, and again we'll just announce this what MI have done so that we आज 10 टीमें हैं बॉस आज हमें 10 टीमों के बारे में बात करनी है and we also want our viewers to send in your thoughts, send in your questions, send in your views, and we'll try and take as many comments as possible. Sports fan says 18 crores seems too less for Bumrah. For once, if he comes in auction, he will break all the records. Thanks for your comment, and we agree. We absolutely agree. Agar koi player hai, we've heard 23 CR for Heinrich Klaassen. We'll wait for BCCI to publish the final figures. But if those figures are right, 23 CR for Klaassen and 18 CR for Bumrah, I think Bumrah is a 30 CR player. So does Srinivas Rao think so, Dopayan thinks so, Manuja thinks so, and Sahil ke behalf pe bhi main keh sakta hu. Sahil will be joining us shortly that Bumrah is a 30 CR player. But this is about loyalty. It's about continuing in the franchisee. The big news before we move on from MI, Jasprit Bumrah, their top retention, Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav, equal retentions. Hardik Pandya to be the captain in this coming season. Rohit Sharma, pick number 4. Rohit Sharma, pick number 4. And then Tilak Varma with their 5th retention. They've used up minimum, depending on the figures, minimum they have used up 75 CR. Srini, just before we move on, Rohit Sharma, pick number 4. That still gets him 18 CR, doesn't it? Going by BCCI rules. Going by the rules.
Going by BCCI rules. But
Okay.
यहाँ
We don't know
clearly,
the final figure. We don't know the final figure.
yeah, we don't know the final figure.
We don't know the
But
final figure.
it's the overall difference between the third, fourth, second, third, which is both for the second spot, and the third, which is the Rohit. That difference is not too
Yeah.
much. The difference is
Okay.
very less. So
Okay. The smile says you
yeah,
know the figures, but we'll let that keep it a secret. यहाँ पे दुराई कह रहे हैं.
clarity.
Let's take that. Am I not retaining uncapped is a master stroke. They can RTM from one of their multiple choices during the latter part when uncapped section comes at the end. You're absolutely right. We discussed that, and I think Mumbai could make a splash with 59 CR. Now, let's move on to the next team. Let's bring on Delhi Capitals because for me, the biggest news, और इसके साथ ही मेरी pencil गिर गई है, the biggest news for me is Rishabh Pant. And let me set the stage for this by saying कि बहुत टाइम पहले जब आरसीबी ने जाने दिया था, आरसीबी ने युजवेंद्र चहल को जाने दिया था, आई थॉट दैट वाज द वर्स्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ अ रिटेंशन फेलियर. कि एक प्लेयर का रिटेंशन ना हो पाए. टू माय माइंड ऋषभ पंत को जाने देना could be a bigger failure in terms of retention. I would like your opinions on this. I know the jury is still out on his T20 form, but I think in terms of brand value, in terms of potential captaincy, a wicket keeper batter, and I think he's yet to hit the ceiling in terms of his T20. What do you guys think? Let's start with Srini, Dwapayan, and then Manuja.
Delhi Capitals did not want Rishabh Pant to go. They obviously wanted Rishabh Pant to be there. It's just that they didn't want him as captain. They were
Okay.
very clear that Rishabh doesn't fit the bill anymore from a white ball captaincy perspective. I mean, he's been in the saddle since when 2021. I
Yeah.
think it's a fair run, and DC didn't really go anywhere, and I think they wanted a change. As I said at the start of the show, there's a new management in place, so new ideas
Yes.
coming in, new line of thought. So from that perspective, they didn't want Rishabh going away. That's for sure. So
Okay.
that's why they offered Rishabh the top retention. But I guess Rishabh had other plans, and that will obviously unravel only at the auction. And it's very clear that he very much wanted the captaincy. So we'll have to see how that
Okay.
pans out for him.
How that pans out. Okay. Dupayan and Manuja, let's answer this question first. Rishabh Pant wanted captaincy, but how many franchisees are remaining जिनके पास एक captain की जरूरत है? To my mind, the
Punjab.
biggest one is Punjab. I know. We'll come back to that. Punjab. जैसे दोपायन ने बोला, दोपायन, do you want to start that? Imagine the auction arena, Preeti Zinta with a paddle, 112 crores in her purse, and Rishabh Pant is up for auction. क्या मजा आने वाला है भाई.
बहुत मजा आने वाला है. या मजा आने वाला है. और आप 30 करोड़ के बात कर रहे थे. आई थिंक ऋषभ पंत is going to go for 30 crore. I'm quite certain about it. And
Okay. Yes.
one thing I would just I would like to suggest is that this Delhi Capital still has 73 crores in the purse, and
Hmm.
letting go of Rishabh Pant as a
Hmm.
player, as a captain, whatever, I think that's beyond ridiculous for me. Like, if there is
Okay.
one batting match winner at the moment in the Indian setup, that is
Hmm.
Rishabh Pant. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
Hmm.
so I'm still like unable to fathom that
Hmm.
Delhi Capitals will finally let him go, even if it is for 30 crores. I don't know what's going to transpire in the
Okay.
next couple of weeks. Yeah, but yeah, but
Okay.
he's a
Let's add.
captaincy choice for anybody. Yeah, even KKR.
Absolutely. Before I go to Manuja, let's add something here. Manuja, ये जो RTM का जो rule है, this new rule, it's a very interesting rule, and I was studying this rule last night. Let's say the last bid for Rishabh Pant is 15 CR. Then anybody can arbitrarily, and if DC match it, Delhi Capitals कहते हैं कि हम 15 CR match कर रहे हैं, then the other party, whether it's Punjab, whether it's KKR, it could be anybody. The other party can put an arbitrary number there. That number could be a pre-agreed amount. For example, if Rishabh Pant has a pre-agreed deal with Punjab Kings कि हम आपको 22 CR पे करेंगे, Preeti Zinta could say, I am putting up the paddle for 22 CR. So you have an increase of 7 CR from 15 to 22. It's a huge card for the team that wants a player like Rishabh. RTM का value वहां पे शायद गिर जाएगा. What are your thoughts on this?
Absolutely, but you know what, Chetan, that's what makes this auction very exciting. I mean, for me, that's what is exciting, saying that, you know, the money speaks. As
Yes.
always, but to see somebody like, say, Rishabh Pant, you know, let go of by Delhi, they're trying to buy him back, but you know, the affordability factor comes, and like Dwaipan was saying, with the kind of money that they have in their purse, Punjab, they can go all out. I mean, he could probably be the most expensive player of the mega auction.
Yeah. Easily.
Hello, Sahil.
Yeah, Sahil joins us now. Sahil, let's get your thoughts on this. Before we go to Sahil, let's recap what Delhi Capitals have done. Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Tristan Stubbs, and Abhishek Porel. That's their uncapped. They do have 2 right to match cards. According to the BCCI retention rules, agar ye retentions hai and the prices that they are paid, 47 crore is deducted from their purse, and the remaining purse will be 73 CR. Sahil, will they go for Rishabh Pant in that right to match? Do they have enough money? 73 CR, is that enough money to go for Rishabh, जो 20 करोड़ break कर सकते हैं, and then build a team as well?
They're not going for Rishabh. It's done. That chapter is closed now. They're not going back to Rishabh
Okay.
Pant. They're going all guns blazing for Shreyas Iyer. That is happening. They're not going for Rishabh Pant. There are plenty of other teams who have kept at least 20 CR for Pant right now. But abhi hum jitna bhi 20 CR kar de, auction dynamics will surprise and shock a lot of these players. Whether that's Shreyas, whether that's Rishabh Pant, a lot of them are taking the auctions for granted right now. It's the mega auction. Teams will be very careful when they kind of raise that paddle. So Rishabh Pant will be high in demand, so will be Shreyas Iyer, but I can't say the same for KL Rahul anymore.
Okay, sports fan says surprised with DC picking Abhishek Porel over the likes of Rasik and Khalil. Sahil, your thoughts on this?
No, they wanted an explosive top order batter, and Abhishek Porel has shown tremendous improvement in the last season. And since Prithvi Shaw was becoming a burden for them at top of the order, I think Abhishek Porel kind of fits that bill. Fearless young opener who can take the attack to the opposition in the power play overs. So I think he's a smart pick. He's a smart pick, and होमग्रोन इनका पहला एक होमग्रोन प्लेयर है. ये लोग प्लेयर ग्रो कम करते हैं, काटते ज्यादा है, बट इन्होंने एक प्लेयर तो एटलीस्ट ग्रो करा है इन अभिषेक पोरेल. सो क्रेडिट टू देम फॉर रिटेनिंग हिम.
Okay. So here's my question to you before we move on from Delhi Capitals, and I think this is a question for all of you. Srini, let's start with you. Why wouldn't you want Rishabh Pant as captain? Because why I'm asking this question is क्योंकि हम बात कर रहे हैं पंजाब की, हम बात कर रहे हैं किसी और फ्रेंचाइजी की भी. यहाँ पर कमेंट्स कह रहे हैं कि सीएसके भी ले सकते हैं, and they might pass on the baton from MS Dhoni to Rishabh Pant, whoever. वो जहां भी जाएंगे, Rishabh Pant will always be a contender for captaincy. if the likes of Punjab Kings, etc., are seeing Rishabh Pant as a captaincy option, what has gone so bad that they say कि okay, Rishabh Pant नहीं, हमें captain नहीं चाहिए. Srini, let's
Not
start.
necessary. Not necessary. I'll give you an example. Uh,
Okay, please.
Chennai Super Kings weren't sure about Shivam Dubey because they wanted to figure out if they have enough money. They can kind of put enough money in together to go for Rishabh at the auction. Okay.
Okay.
But
Let's take the case of Royal Challengers Bangalore. Royal Challengers
Hmm.
Bangalore were talking to were thinking either Rishabh or Jurel at the auction.
Hmm.
Okay, and that's why they were
Okay.
not confirming Patidar. Yesterday, when we did the show, I
Okay.
said, Yash Dayal will
Hmm.
be the other player after Virat,
Hmm.
right? But again, RCB were then looking at Patidar seriously because Jurel was retained by Ara. Okay, and
Okay. We'll
they
come to
really
that.
can't,
Yes.
and they know that Punjab is going to go after
Hmm.
Rishabh at all costs. So I
Okay.
don't think people are necessarily looking at Rishabh as a captaincy from a
Hmm.
captaincy standpoint only. They are looking at Rishabh
Okay.
purely from the prospect of a wicketkeeper batter
A
coming
keeper
in.
batter.
In
Okay.
we tend to get emotional. We tend to like really look at things from a very emotional standpoint. Look at
Hmm.
it very practically. At the end of the day, is not your prime white ball cricketer. I'm not saying that he
Okay.
can't be a good utility white ball cricketer, but he's not your top white ball cricketer. If I were to kind of make a
Hmm.
list of wicketkeeper batters right now, there would be a Sanju Samson, a Dhruv Jurel, Ishan Kishan, Jitesh Sharma. There are quite a few options I have before I actually get to Rishabh in the T20 format, not in any other format. In the T20 format, specifically, is
Hmm.
what I'm referring to. From that standpoint, Delhi were very clear
Okay.
that he is not our
Okay.
captain. Captain brings two things
Okay.
to the
Okay.
table. One,
Okay.
I'll complete this. Captain brings two things to the table. One is
Hmm.
obviously kind of the worth of him, his net worth as a cricketer, and the brand value.
Hmm.
So from a brand value standpoint, they wanted Rishabh to stay. They wanted him to be their top retention, although he wanted
Hmm.
captaincy, and captaincy is something
Hmm.
they moved on.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Dhopayan, a lot of people commenting about CSK Rishabh Pant. We'll come to CSK and CSK Rishabh Pant. CSK Rishabh Pant. Do you see something happening over there?
see, CSK has released their list of 5 players. It's as I had
Yeah.
written some time back that Ruturaj and Jadeja both are going for 18 crores. They are that of the redistribution of parts, and 12
Yeah.
for Shivam Dubey, 13 for the Pathirana, and
Hmm.
Dhoni is going for 4 crores. So
Okay.
the amount of parts that they are left with, and
Hmm.
if Rishabh's price goes through the roof, I
Hmm.
doubt whether they will be in a position to go for Rishabh at that stage.
Rishabh.
If
Yeah.
the price is going to go for 25 crores plus, but you never
Yeah.
know. Sometimes
Hmm.
CSK goes into an auction with a predetermined mindset that we are going to
Hmm.
splurge on this player, come what may.
Yeah.
And if they do that, then it's a different case. But at this point, I think it's slightly unlikely that CSK will go because their pay structure and everything kind of changes, and Ruturaj is their captain. So I don't know, like unlikely that they will go all out for Rishabh Pant at this
Okay.
stage.
Okay, on that note, let's since we're talking about CSK, let's go and have a chat. Before we move on, let me just announce Delhi Capitals once again. Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Tristan Stubbs, Abhishek Porel. Minimum purse used as per BCCI rules 47 CR. They have 73 CR remaining and 2 RTM cards for the auction. Let's move on to CSK since we're chatting up CSK, and the big news, of course, MS Dhoni returns for IPL 2025. No doubt about that. और यहाँ पर आरटीएम कार्ड पे थोड़ी देर में नजर डालेंगे. Let's talk about their retentions. Jadeja, Gaikwad, the top 2 retentions, potentially equal pay for them. Shivam Dubey, Maitisha Patirana, and then MS Dhoni as an uncapped player as per BCCI rules, 65 CR. Now, remaining purse is 55 CR, and then unke paas RTM card is one. And the news is they will go hammer and tongs for Rachin Ravindra. Srini, can you headline this one? Rachin Ravindra as the RTM pick. That's the player they want to go for, and so not somebody like Devon Conway.
Well, they don't really have that choice. I mean, ideally,
Okay.
had the list been longer, had the space been longer, they would have probably tried for both. But between the two,
Yeah.
yes, Rachin Ravindra, purely from the all-round skills that he brings to the table, and
Yeah.
I generally think that the way MS backed him in the previous season, kind of it's very clear that the leadership had taken a personal liking. You have to understand that their mentor in chief, the man who takes CSK's most important decisions, again is coming from New Zealand. So obviously there must be an understanding, between Conway and Ravindra, where the heart lies. And why not Rachin, for purely from the all-round abilities that he brings to the table? Why not? Great choice.
Okay. Honestly, yes, Dwapayan. Just to add here, honestly, I would also pick Rachin Ravindra because the kind of the future is bright there. There's no doubt about it, and he brings a couple of multiple facets to the game. He can bowl a bit, can play attacking cricket at the top, can slot in the middle, and they might just go for Devon Conway back in the auction. What do you think, Dwapayan?
Uh, I don't know where you are getting this that they are going to go hammer and tongs for Rachin Ravindra, because Devon Conway is MS Dhoni's favorite. He's absolutely the
Okay.
favorite of MS Dhoni. And secondly,
Okay.
if Devon Conway comes into the team, there is an option of a wicket keeper who plays in the 11. And
Okay.
in case Dhoni sometimes does not get to play a match or two, so Devon Conway is that option.
Okay.
So Rachin
Okay.
Ravindra, they will obviously love to get Rachin Ravindra back for a decent price.
Hmm.
But I think if
Okay.
it comes to a choice between Rachin Ravindra and Devon Conway, they may
Hmm.
still stick for Devon Conway because they are absolutely certain about his qualities. He's a reserve wicketkeeper, so there are a lot of pluses which Devon Conway
Okay.
brings to the table.
Okay, so Rachin Ravindra, Devon Conway, it's still up there, but again, they might go one for RTM and they might go one for in the normal auction as well. Manuja, let's
Yes.
get your thoughts. That 55 CR remaining, उसमें आप क्या क्या कर लोगे? मतलब ऋषभ पंत के लिए तो मुश्किल हो जाएगा जाना when you faced with 112 CR of Kings 11, oh sorry, Punjab Kings. So your thoughts on this retention from CSK? I think it's a good retention. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely. If you're talking about Pant, as of now, the only two teams which look likely that they can afford Rishabh Pant is Punjab and RCB, because Punjab has 100 and maximum of 110, RCB has a maximum of I think 83. So
Yeah,
they are the
go
only
to
two who have 80 and upward. So in
yeah,
terms of affordability factor, these two
yeah.
teams stand a good chance of breaking the bank. Retentions again, MI like CSK have retained their core. I think nobody doubted Patirana's retention because he's virtually there fine and they've groomed him over the years. So
Okay,
absolutely, Rachin Ravindra, like Dwaipan was saying, Conway I think gives you that extra edge of a wicket keeper, whereas spin can still it won't be such a big factor. One thing that
okay.
works for Rachin Ravindra is his ability to acclimatize to Indian conditions. Considering he spends a lot of time in South India, trying to bat at different surfaces,
Venues, yeah,
black soil,
yeah.
red soil. There are times when he goes to Andhra to prepare before a series. So, in terms of familiarity with surfaces and conditions, it works well for Ravindra, and also an investment in a youngster that they did last year. But
Okay.
between them, I still think Conway is a better bet only because of the
Yeah.
wicket keeping abilities that he brings to the table.
Okay, Sahil, your thoughts on this with the 55 CR remaining? हमने देखा है पहले they have always MI CSK are two franchises जो अपने core group को even auction में भी जाके bid करते हैं और लेकर आते हैं. They have bowlers like Chahar, Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur, Josh Hazelwood. These three bowlers have been their prime picks. There's Mahisha Tikshana. He's also there. What are your thoughts? They'll go for those bowlers once again, try to get back their bowling core back again.
I think first credit to Dwaipan. I think a couple of weeks back he broke that story that Jadeja and Gaikwad will get equal pay, and that is what happened. There
Yes.
was a lot of hue and cry on social media. 3 दिन से Jadeja retain नहीं हो रहा. There's a last moment meeting. But I think Dwaipan stuck his neck out when people were still swimming in shallow waters. So credit to him for doing that story. And see, CSK always has that reputation of, as you said, buying back your old players. But I think they need to sort their fast bowling department for good this time around. You just can't rely on the Mukesh Chaudharys and the Simarjeet Singhs and the fragile Deepak Chahars to do your job. And you just can't have bowlers who are restricted to bowl in a particular period of play. So I don't know whether they'll bet again on Deepak Chahar. Yes, he's playing Ranji Trophy right now, but abhi fast bowling group chahiye. And I think Hazelwood is one bowler who comes to my mind. He wasn't available last season, if I'm not wrong, due to his personal commitments. But he should be a gun pick at the auction if he commits himself to play both this year and next year and kind of long term for a franchise. Santner, I just hope and pray yaar ye Santner ko dobara na le. It's not helping Santner.
Yeah,
He's at least
Santner, I missed this one. Yeah.
He's a 7-8 crore player at the auction, and RCB, MI, they'll be licking their fingers if Santner comes to the auction pool. So Santner, I hope they don't bid, but just get your fast bowlers and spin. You are sorted. No, you have Jadeja. Okay, Jadeja is no longer the spinner who spins in T20s, but yes, you can always get Theekshana.
Let's get Dwapayan in here. Sahil, let's get Dwapayan in here. Yeah, so Sahil, let's get Dwapayan in here. Dwapayan, your expert thoughts. Vijay Raghavan keh rahe hain, but they can go for players like Tripathi, Jitesh, Vaibhav Arora, Frank M. is king, Tushar Deshpande. That's a big name as well, you know. So these are names they will definitely go after, try and get as many players back as possible.
See, CSK always follows a template, so they will go for an Indian middle order bat 3-4 at number 3 or number 4 who is an experienced player. So a player like Nitish Rana or Mayank Agarwal was a player they were extremely excited about a couple of years ago. They had kept a big purse for him. So these are they will look for a replacement for Ajinkya Rahane specifically. So there they will go for an experienced Indian middle order player. So who knows how to play spin and a bit of pace also if need be. So these kinds of players can be very interesting. And pace bowling, yes, pace bowling they will have to get a back of the length pace bowler who gets some bounce. That is another kind of bowler that MS Dhoni loves. So if Josh Hazlewood is available, he had played for CSK, so they will definitely go for Josh Hazlewood. I'm very keen to see and Mustafizur Rahman. That is he was fantastic last year bowling in Chennai. Another guy they will definitely go for. These are guys they know, and CSK loves playing with players who they know. So these are the guys I think they're going to. Tushar Deshpande for a fair price, yes, because Tushar Deshpande is another guy who has played, goes for runs, but a decent bowler back of the bowls back of the length, a fair choice. But I'm very keen to see who is their Ajinkya Rahane replacement.
Okay, एक player का मैं नाम यहाँ पे लेता हूँ before we move on from CSK. Who thinks Ravichandran Ashwin could be a player CSK go for? He's a spinner, he's an all-rounder.
Yes,
TNPL में he batted so well. TNPL में
they have plans for Ravichandran Ashwin, and if Ravichandran Ashwin is back in India Cements fold also after a long time. They had some past differences. Those differences have been buried. And Ashwin, during an interview with me, told me that it is his dream to play for CSK again because of the Tamil identity that CSK brings to the table. So, and CSK loves a senior off spinner, Muralidharan, Harbhajan Singh. So they will go, but their purse is not very high. So if it goes beyond 10 crores, I don't know. It will be difficult. But
I doubt Ashwin will go. I really doubt Ashwin will go beyond 10 crores because auction dynamics, mega auction dynamics don't dictate that somebody like Ashwin could go for 10 crores. But again, anything can happen. So just to wind up CSK. Yeah, just to wind up CSK. Okay. Yeah, let's move on. Just to wind up CSK. Jadeja, Gaikwad, Dubey, Patirana, MS Dhoni. RTM could be Ravindra, could be Devon Conway, and they have an eye on big names. Apart from that, 65 crores they have used up, 55 crores they go into the auction. Let's get the next team on. That's Kolkata Knight Riders, and that is another big story. जैसे हमने शुरू में ही बात किया It's such a big story कि आपने IPL winning captain को retain नहीं किया है. Let's get the down low on that. But first of all, their retentions. And let me just say this. Times of India, TOI, Beyond the Boundary, हमारे reporters, हमारे group sports editor, we were the only ones telling you Andre Russell is being retained. We told you time and again. They're on social media, on other websites. They were saying that Andre Russell could be released. No, we told you Andre Russell will be retained. Sunil Narayan, Andre Russell, Rinku Singh, Varun Chakravarti, Venkatesh Iyer के साथ थोड़ा toss up था. They've gone for Varun Chakravarti. And then Ramandeep Singh, R Singh में यही difference है. That's Rinku Singh, who's played for India. Ramandeep Singh is yet to play for India. And Harshit Rana, who could make his debut in Mumbai, but for today, he's still an uncapped player. No RTMs left. Minimum purse used 69 CR. Remaining purse 51 CR. Let's start with Sahil. Sahil, letting go of your captain. Thoughts here on KKR?
No, it doesn't come as a surprise here. A lot of chatter last couple of days. KKR were trying to do damage control. We have been in regular touch with Shreyas. We have been talking to him. No, you didn't speak to him. You spoke to him once. And now I understand why you spoke to him only once, because your maximum retention is, I think, 13 CR. So you weren't looking to go beyond 13 CR, and that's the reason why they always wanted more RTM cards. But now they are not left with a single RTM card. So was there mismatch between what SRK was thinking and what Venki Mysore was thinking? क्योंकि वो बोल के आया मेरे को 8 RTM कार्ड चाहिए, यहाँ पे आप एक भी RTM कार्ड लेके नहीं जा रहे और ऑक्शन में जाके बैठ जाओगे. So clearly all is not well. And letting go of Shreyas Iyer, they clearly would have wanted to retain him under 15 CR, and Shreyas wouldn't have agreed to that whenever that conversation happened on Sunday. उससे पहले कोई बात नहीं हुआ था, दोबारा रिपीट कर रहा हूँ. उसके बाद कोई हुआ हो तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, क्योंकि मन आप ऑलरेडी बना चुके थे. Andre Russell was always going to be your MVP because you have that obsession with Caribbean players, and there is no surprise that Dwayne Bravo is your mentor. So game, set, match, Venki Mysore gives his hand.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, before the last IPL season, मेरे जो West Indies में colleague हैं, especially Trinidad में, they asked me, what do KKR think of Sunil Narayan and Andre Russell now? And I said, they need a big season. और उसके बाद KKR went and won the IPL. So I think they had a great season, and you could see why they are being retained. And just a sports fan कह रहे हैं, they could have gone for Shreyas Iyer. I'll come to that, but don't understand their obsession with Reyes. I think he's a fantastic player as long as he's fit. He's one of those more valuable T20 players. There's no doubt about it. Okay, here's another comment. KKR still retaining Andre Russell comes as a surprise. Srini, do you want to take this one? Is it really a surprise? You were the one who broke it, and you were the one who maintained it throughout. Andre Russell is being retained.
And it is a surprise for to many who wouldn't understand what is happening behind the scenes. Obviously, it's a surprise. The thing is, I mean, I can't go into much of the details. The point is, again, the KKR getting a new mentor, Russell's manager being very good friends with the new mentor, etc. All of that played a role there. So, friendships do matter in a tournament like the IPL. And so far so good. And then they had the slot, because had they retained Shreyas Iyer, I mean, so kind of then probably things would have gone the other way around. But and people were very serious that KKR is going to retain Shreyas, or probably they will at some point start talking. But as I think it was Sahil Malhotra's report, which said that until a week to go, the captain and the franchise had not even spoken about retention. So that speaks a lot. I mean,
that came as a shocker. Yeah, that came as a shocker. Sahil, let's get one more fact from you. What is Shreyas Iyer thinking? Do we have any info on that? क्योंकि KKR से चलो उनकी अभी बात हुई है, but definitely he would have been sending out feelers. We've discussed Delhi Capitals already. We know Delhi Capitals will want him back. What are your thoughts? Are we looking at Shreyas Iyer also wanting to go back to DC? Is there already an understanding there? You're muted.
No, even if you have an understanding, you can't control what happens at the auction. But one thing is for sure, GMR is not keeping the paddle down for Shreyas. The paddle will remain up and give the Mumbai Indians vibe when that name comes up for bidding. And DC are not going light on Shreyas. They're definitely going all out for Shreyas. We have been discussing time and again that he wrongfully was removed as DC captain for I don't know what reason. Uska koi galti bhi nahi tha. He shouldn't have been removed in the first place. So I see him going there. RCB, DC, Punjab Kings. You just can't, क्योंकि अभी ऋषभ पंत और श्रेयस का डायनामिक्स काफी कुछ कंट्रोल करने वाला है ऑक्शन में क्या होने वाला है, because these two players are being sought after by many franchises, और जिसका नाम पहले आएगा उसके बाद आपको काफी चेंजेस होते हुए दिखेंगे on the table. So I think all the franchises who are like after these two players will have to be on their toes, because जिसका नाम पहले आया उसके बाद you'll have to kind of have your plan B in place. You just can't go it with one plan because these two players will be in demand. Again, I repeat, I can't say the same for KL Rahul anymore. I can't say the same for KL Rahul.
Okay, before we move on. Yeah, before we move on, Manuja, your thoughts on this retention? What do you think? Is this a good retention, and what does the future hold for Shreyas Iyer? I mean, title-winning captain now without a team.
But I think it opens up a window of, not a window, doors of opportunity for Shreyas Iyer, DC, Kings 11 Punjab, RCB, especially Kings and RCB have the money to go big on him. DC as well. Why stay with a franchisee which doesn't value you? I mean, even if they want to buy him back, they clearly can't afford to buy him back with a minimum of 51 crore left. My only this thing is Varun Chakravarti. I mean, even yesterday I said this. My choice there was Venkatesh Iyer and not Varun Chakravarti. Then again, that is my choice. I'll go to KKR any which way. Yeah, but fairly a good this thing. But the uncapped players are their aces. Ramandeep and Harshit Rana. I think that is more exciting.
Okay. So SK says if Shreyas doesn't go to DC, let's suppose, and of course that's possible. Auction dynamics में कुछ भी हो सकता है. Then whom, according to you, can lead Delhi Capitals? Akshar Patel. And I think ये हमारा कल consensus था, right, Sahil? कि Akshar Patel is their choice for captaincy. If somehow, जैसे आपने कहा कि Paddle will stay up, but somehow they don't get Shreyas, then they are looking at Akshar Patel.
They're breaking the bank for Shreyas Chetan. अगर वो नहीं करेंगे, they're पूरा everything goes for a toss. They just can't afford. Hypothetical Aksar, yes, but Aksar के साथ lot of things are at play. Yaar, brand value, all those things. Yeah. You haven't tested him yet. Yes. He was in the part of the leadership group, but IPL के अंदर lot of things will add up there. But I don't see a reason why they'll not get Shreyas. यार, ये रुक ही नहीं सकते. They can't afford to stop before 22-23 CR for Shreyas. They can't afford to. And Shreyas would know that. And that's why he's like enjoying his knee dosa in Mumbai right now. कि जो होगा देखा जाएगा, मैं तो 20 के ऊपर जाऊंगा. Scope ही नहीं है उससे कम.
मैं तो 20 के ऊपर जाऊंगा. And no, but see, you know what? IPL auction dynamics can be funny that way, because people will know that DC desperately want him, and also we have to look at other teams कि बाकी टीमों के पास कितनी desperate need है. If we look at it, I think GT are one side. I think we're looking at a number 3, number 4 batter here. अगर हम श्रेयस की बात करें, Dopayan, your thoughts on this? If there is a number 3, number 4 batter we are looking at, how many teams do actually need that? CSK need that, RCB need that, GT need that. That is one factor. Maybe Punjab Kings also they need that. KKR might go back for him. So my point is, you need players to bat at that number 3, number 4 spot. That could drive the price up. But also there might be other players for that number 3, number 4 role, which keeps the price down, and DC might get Shreyas for say 12 CR, 14 CR.
I think so. Unless somebody really tries to cover DC's plan, Shreyas may not go for more than 15 crores, because being a Bengali, I follow KKR with a degree of interest, and I do not remember a game where he has single-handedly won a match for KKR in a while. He is a captain. He's a good. He did well. Gautam Gambhir was Sahil, you have a point, but then
very quickly, I wanted to kind of mention this. Just got a press release where Venki Mysore has been mentioning and talking about the retentions. He has spoken about everyone in the camp right now. Not a single word on Shreyas Iyer. Your captain is no longer in the squad.
KKR not going for Shreyas.
Has not mentioned his name even once in that press release or the quotes. Okay. He has mentioned Gambhir, he has mentioned Ryan Descarte, he has mentioned Abhishek Nair, but not a single word of Shreyas Iyer, and they tell us that they were in regular touch. Come on.
Okay. So
but Shreyas Iyer, I think Shreyas Iyer will be in the 15 crore category, and I think if DC is so desperate for them, they may just get him. But for
Yeah.
DC, I think Fraser McGurk would have been a more important
Okay,
player,
we'll come to
because
Fraser
they are
McGurk.
lacking an explosive player up top. Other than
Okay,
Tristan Stubbs, right now they do not have an explosive player. I hope they get Fraser McGurk.
okay, we will talk about Fraser McGurk because I think that's a Ricky Ponting student right there, and he'll go to Punjab Kings. Okay, let's move on before Bradley Russell, Rinku Singh, Varun Chakravarti, Ramandeep Singh, Harshit Rana, and of course they've used up 69 CR, remaining purse of 51 CR. Let's bring on the next team. Thanks for your comment, SK. Let's bring on the next team. Let's go to Punjab Kings. Let's go to Punjab Kings क्योंकि अब नाम तो छेड़ ही दिया है. Let's, we know. Look at that purse. Look at that purse. पैसा ही पैसा. पैसे की बारिश. 112 crore. They've retained two uncapped players. Shashank Singh. I met him during the Pondicherry Premier League. He was there doing pre-season training, and I told him, "Ki boss, Punjab Kings definitely retaining you." Prab Simran Singh, again standout player, again in the Sher Punjab T20 League, one of the standout players here as well. So good options here. यहाँ पर thinking, I think Sahil, let's start with you. 4 right to match cards remaining. They've used only 8 CR, 112 CR. Ricky Ponting will be like, पैसे की बारिश है. No Arshdeep there. Sahil bhai, KSR, your thoughts on this? Let's begin with Sahil and then go to Shreyas Rao.
No Arshdeep, because जब से वो 23 करोड़ का प्राइस टैग मार्केट के अंदर आया ना, एवरी प्लेयर स्टार्टेड देयर रीनेगोशिएशंस, एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक हैपेंड विद अर्शदीप. वो प्राइस टैग जिस पे वो रिटेन करना चाहते थे, I've learned wanted more, and that's why they could get him with the RTM card at the auction. They could get him. मतलब they're letting the player decide his price. ठीक है, market will decide his price, and he is going to be one of the top draws at the auction here. Left arm fast bowlers,
Okay.
bloody accurate at the death. So Arshdeep is another over 10 crore player.
Yeah, Arshdeep is another one.
Crore. Yeah, for sure.
10 to 12 crore easily. Srini, let's come to you because this week has been all about dropping bombs, and you dropped the bomb yesterday. थोड़ा सा sidetrack हो गया था. Let's re-drop that bomb. The paddle is not coming down when Rishabh Pant's name comes up, does he? Because Ricky Ponting loves Rishabh Pant. Preeti Zinta, I'm sure, loves Rishabh Pant. The Punjabis in Mohali and Chandigarh will love Rishabh Pant, right? Rishabh Pant to Punjab Kings. Do you see that happening?
Well, they don't have a captain.
They don't
Like
have a
always,
wicketkeeper. They don't have- I mean,
like
yeah,
every
they'll have-
season, like every season, they will be hunting for a new captain, which doesn't
Yeah.
obviously augur well for a team. Nothing that Punjab has done has augured well for them over a period of time. They've changed their captains, they've changed those leadership roles every year with absolute disregard. So again, I mean, it's just the occasion here where they are flush with cash and Rishabh is available. Barring that, I don't think that they put in a lot of thought into how they want the season to pan out, etc. I really haven't heard anything from the Punjab camp which tells me that these guys have really been putting mind to matter, like or trying to wrap their heads around what their strategy should be for the next 3 years. I really haven't heard anything on that front. So I'll just
Okay.
stick to the fact that Rishabh is just available at the he's a great opportunity at this point, and they'll want to make use of
Yeah.
it, and they've got the cash for it.
Okay. Dwapayan and Manuja, let's come to you regarding Punjab Kings. हम ये बात तो कर रहे हैं कि okay, Srini hasn't heard anything about it, but if you just think about it, they've got a new coaching staff in position. Ricky Ponting, he loves a free hand. We know Punjab Kings haven't really done too well. They haven't done anything of note really. अगर हम बात करें, one runner-up spot, that is it. It's as bad as RCB. Punjab Kings is RCB minus Virat Kohli, really. But this is a chance for them. This is a huge chance for them. A complete blank slate, 112 CR, players like Ishan Kishan and Shreyas Iyer and the whole mega auction. You have somebody like Rishabh Pant in there. I mean, they could really assemble a quality team, start from scratch, forget what's happened in the last 15, 16 years. Dopayan, and then Manuja. What are your thoughts?
See, I have a basic problem with Kings 11 because I think somehow I always get the feeling that they are not a very serious franchisee when it comes to cricket, because this letting go of all the players every year and going in with a blank slate, this is not the way a franchisee works. This is I am just not in favor of this, and it will be unfortunate for Rishabh Pant if he ends up in that franchisee, because they will overpay for Rishabh Pant, they will overpay for probably Arshdeep Singh, finish 50-55 crores in two players, and then they will struggle to cobble up a team which will be not that great. And let me tell you one thing: this Shashank Singh they have retained. This was a player who was a mistaken identity player. They had, if you remember a year back,
No, I mean,
that
no,
is
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. Let's be honest about that. Let's be honest about that. There were
He's
two
right.
names
He's
there,
right.
and
they,
no, no, they specified
it
that they got the
initially
right
was,
Shashank Singh.
then they clarified, tried to
Yes.
do, mend
Let's move on from there. Yeah.
fences. Yeah, but
Yeah.
then it will be, all I am saying is it will be unfortunate for Rishabh Pant if he ends up in that franchise, because it is
Okay.
not a serious
Okay, that's an
franchise.
alternative view. That's an alternative view. Thanks, Dwapayan. Manuja, what are your thoughts? It's a chance to draw blank slate. ठीक है, जैसे Dwapayan कह रहे हैं कि पहले नहीं किया, but again, every time they do it, every time they try to rub their slate clean. This time, with Ponting there, and I'm hoping because at Delhi Capitals, Ponting really didn't do anything. To be very honest, it was all about excuses, excuses. At Punjab,
Yes.
maybe he's having a free run. He might just do it.
That's my biggest problem with Kings 11 Punjab. Their problem starts now with Ricky Ponting. I mean,
Yeah,
you,
go
you
ahead.
know, Ricky Ponting hasn't done anything worthwhile in the last few years.
Yeah.
The way he was with Delhi Capitals. But how do you use 112 crores? You can overspend on two players and then go, berserk, getting those bits and pieces. I have a gut feeling. Then again, it's over the top. David Warner,
Yeah.
maybe a very interesting choice for Kings
Or
11
Steve Smith.
Punjab.
We're hearing Steve Smith. We're hearing Steve Smith as well.
Yes. So I see one of them coming in there. Like Didi says, I really hope Pant doesn't go there, because over the years, one thing that we've seen, you keep your stuff. It's like one musical chair that you play over and over again. When it comes to staff, players, there's never been stability. The only stable thing I think has been the couple of owners that are there. So unless and
Yeah.
until the owners don't muddle or get
Yeah.
involved too much and give Ricky Ponting a free hand, then yes, he's entirely responsible for the hits and misses in this team. Great
Okay.
opportunity for them to rebuild, but how much are they going to strategize? RCB was in Goa brainstorming. I don't know where Punjab has done their brainstorming. So
Okay.
it looks very good, but
Yeah.
my this thing is, it's very easy to mess up with 112 crore. You just have too much
It's
on
easy.
hand.
Yeah, we've seen that happen in the past. सवाल भी आ गया और मैं ये लेना ही चाहता था. Sahil, let's come to you with this. With the four RTMs, you have Arshdeep, you have Livingston, you have Jitesh, Harpreet Brar, and I think Punjab will also be looking at Shere Punjab में काफी young talent था यार. I really love that tournament. Really good tournament. Really good T20 talent in Punjab at the moment. But they have four RTMs. Liam Livingston is one player. Arshdeep is another player. So these RTMs will be handy, right? Four RTMs and 112 CR to play with.
No, definitely yes. Good option up their sleeve, but even half sensible of a franchise will not put a single bid for Liam Livingston and Sam Curran right now. हो गया यार अब बहुत मतलब 18-19 करोड़ रुपया बांट दिए उनको अब. Livingston was a burden for them in the middle order यार.
I mean, if you get
What did he do
Livingston
यार?
2 crores,
What
not bad.
अभी लिविंगस्टन ने क्या किया मतलब आके पंजाब के लिए पूरा सीजन. उससे ज्यादा अगर आप सिकंदर रजा को अपॉर्चुनिटीज दे देते तो ही कुड हैव डन अ फार बेटर जॉब एंड अ कंसिस्टेंट जॉब यार.
Okay.
मतलब
Okay, fair
this
enough.
guy
Fair
was
enough.
this was like Maxwell 2.0 ना for Punjab Kings.
Yeah.
इतना
Yeah.
frustrating run रहा इसका. So please don't get close to Sam Curran and Liam Livingston right now. Use the RTM for Arshdeep Singh. See if you can get Rahul Chahar cheap. I think Rahul Chahar did a very good job for them.
Yeah.
उसका अभी इंडिया ए इमर्जिंग के अंदर लास्ट मैच में काफी मार लगाया अफगानिस्तान ने, but he's a very good bowler and he kept MS Dhoni quiet यार last 2 overs के अंदर,
Yeah.
2-3 overs if you remember
Right.
that game. Rahul Chahar with the ball. So Rahul Chahar should be
And
one of
Narayanan-
their RTMs, and
Yeah,
Harpreet
and
Brar
Narayanan is-
too. Yeah, Harpreet
Yeah, Harpreet
Brar
Brar.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So use these
And
bowlers.
like I said, yeah, and Ashutosh too, you know, sports fan. He's a big fan of Ashutosh. I think कल भी ये mention कर रहे थे.
And इसके अंदर
इससे पहले
because with Ricky Ponting, one thing is for sure, James Hopes has already joined Punjab Kings.
And
he's going to put a mini Australia 11 there वहाँ पे यार. ये स्टीव स्मिथ जिसको वहाँ काम करना नहीं मिल रहा, जिसका अभी घर का मॉर्गेज बचा हुआ है, सारे आईपीएल बिड के अंदर आने वाले हैं, सब एक साल के अंदर डेट फ्री होने वाले हैं. मिशेल मार्श भी आएगा, सब आएगा.
साहिल लिसन, उससे मुझे याद आया, द्वापायन ने बात किया था जेम्स फ्रेजर मैगर्क. लाइक आई सेड, डीसी हैज नॉट रिटेन्ड हिम, and Ricky Ponting का तो स्टूडेंट है यार, वो Ricky Ponting का बच्चा है.
He's a big fan. Ponting wanted him to go for the World Cup in the first squad.
Yeah, and Fraser McGurk. Yeah, Fraser McGurk. More than Rishabh Pant, I see Fraser McGurk ending up at Punjab. So let's just revise Punjab. Shashank Singh, Prabsimran Singh, 2 uncapped players, 4 RTMs remaining. They have not retained Arshdeep. They can get him in the auction for RTM. They have 112 CR. ये बहुत interesting होगा how they use up 112 CR. Now let's get a couple of teams in जिनका हमें पता है कि क्या है, which has been set for a long time. Let's quickly take a look at SRH and LSG before we move on to RCB and Rajasthan. Let's get on SRH. Yes, there you go. We've known this for a while now, and I think this was one of the first stories to break here on TUI Beyond the Boundary. Klassen, and I think Vijay Tagore was available for that show as well, from Crickbuzz, which is part of the Times Group. Heinrich Klassen, Pat Cummins, Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, and Nitish Reddy. यहाँ पे थोड़ा interesting ये हो जाता है. Heinrich Klassen 23 CR, you know, and then you have the rest. Nitish Reddy, I'm hearing 6 CR. So how you distribute your 75 CR is down to Sunrisers Hyderabad, and they've done that. They have a remaining purse of 45 CR and 1 RTM remaining. Who wants to take this up? Quickly, we'll have quick thoughts on this. Who wants to take this up? Srini? Manuja?
Like we discussed, Washington Sundar was never going to be a part of their. Everybody was going gaga, but then red ball, white ball, the equation was never. They may get him back on RTM, but I don't see him coming back. Natarajan is one they probably want back.
They can uncapped player on RTM. They can only get an uncapped player on RTM.
No, I'm saying they may go in for Natarajan. I'm saying Washington and they may want to spend some money on them. I'm still not very convinced about Klassen getting that kind of money. It doesn't sit well with me because it kind of really puts down your purse to a bare minimum now. Then again, it completely depends on how you've done your plan A, B, C for each player that you want to come in. You have your batting sorted. Your top order is definitely sorted. What they will look at is spinners now. I think spin is one area that they will have to. You have Pat Cummins leading your pace attack. Bhuvi has been around for a while, but I don't see him come back to SRH now.
Okay, Srini, just one comment from you very quickly. Heinrich Klassen, 23 CR. That is the amount of money that could either change the way IPL auctions and player valuations happen, or it could say, okay, you know what, that was overpriced and it destroyed everything for a lot of franchises. How do you see that? 23 CR.
Well, I mean, they did pay the kind of money they paid for Cummins, and at the end of the day, they made it to the final, and the results were there. See, you do whichever way you kind of figure this out the way you want it, but as long as the results are coming, you'll never be questioned for whatever the spending that you do.
Okay.
Here is what for Sunrisers Hyderabad. Here's what stands out in my view. I like the owner's conviction. Kavya,
Okay.
I had mixed feelings about how Kavya as an owner was, when a lot of things were not going Sunrisers' way, especially when you saw the whole David Warner thing play out the way it did. It was pretty nasty, and I
Yeah.
really had my doubts in terms of whether she was. I don't know. I mean, I didn't have a perspective then, but the way she
Yeah.
prepared herself for this team meeting that happened, between the BCCI and the IPL owners, where she came in and she kind of stood her ground, where it was her request that BCCI should not put a restriction to the number of overseas players that need to be retained. Unlike the previous auction,
Okay.
if you see, BCCI had put a clause that you can't retain more than one, or more than, it was 2 plus 2 or 3 plus 1. So
Hmm.
she got that combination removed. She said, as long as I'm following the rules
Yeah.
of the number of overseas players in the playing 11 or in the squad, it should not be BCCI's concern how many players I retain at the auction. And the BCCI actually had to agree, because it was logic out there in what she
Yeah.
was kind of, and she's managed to get quite a bit of the overseas talent which she wanted for the kind of sum that was available to her. A Cummins
Absolutely.
head and
I'll
a
just
Klassen.
interject here. I'll just interject here. I'll just interject here. Sports fans saying not to forget they had Glenn Phillips too. He will go big in the auction, and I think that's a great point. Let's quickly move on. Let's revise once again. Sunrisers Hyderabad. We have known their retentions for quite some time. They've spent 75 CR with a purse remaining 45 CR. Let's move on to LSG very very quickly. Lucknow Super Giants. We've known their retentions. Again, it was broken on TOI beyond the boundary again. Nicholas Puran, KL Rahul is out of Lucknow Super Giants. He's back in the auction. Nicholas Puran, Ravi Bishnoi, uh, Mayank Yadav, Ayush Badoni, and Mohsin Khan, the last two uncapped players. One RTM remaining, which could be Marcus Stoinis. Minimum purse, there's Krunal Pandya as well. Minimum purse 51 CR, remaining purse 69 CR. Let's take this quote that Ravi Shankar कहीं से सुन के हमें बता रहे हैं. Sanjeev Goenka saying this: we wanted to retain players with the mindset to win, who would put the team winning above their personal aspirations. मतलब भाई कंधे पे रखकर आप बंदूक चला लो तो चला लो, right? Sahil, Manuja, Dwapayan, what is he saying here? Dwapayan, let's start with you.
Yeah, Nicholas Puran is a fantastic retention. That is, he's a like real match winner as with Klassen and Puran. He's super, but Ravi Bishnoi has been good, but then I am not very sure about all these guys. This Ayush Badoni, Mohsin Khan, where have they won matches? Like when you are retaining somebody, there has to be some substance as to why you are retaining somebody. Somehow,
Yeah.
if you look at the two champion franchises, CSK and Mumbai Indians, you will see
Yeah.
that they go for pedigree. Pedigree is a very important thing when you are retaining players. Like but I do not I do not get this. Like actually, these managements keep changing, the coaching staffs keep changing. That's why their ideas keep changing all the
Okay.
time. So
Okay, I'll
I'm
just
not.
say this in their defense. No, no, the Topayan, in their defense, it's a very young franchise. It's been just I'm having issues with electricity here, but thankfully my Wi-Fi is holding. Let's be very honest here. LSG is a very young franchise. It's just been 3 years, right? So they are trying to get things right. तो वो थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे permutation combination होगा. Sahil, yes, quickly.
I think young franchise, but the ownership group has been part of the IPL ecosystem for a very long time now. And I
Yeah.
am like most disappointed with LSG retentions here. If you ask me personally, Nicholas Puran, you are paying him over 20 CR, except Ravi Bishnoi. Mayank Yadav,
18 CR. 18 CR.
you don't know what, sorry? You're saying something
Nicholas
about?
Puran 18 CR.
No, he's
Nicholas
over
Puran
20.
18 CR.
He's over 20. Times
Okay.
of India report today says that he's over 20 CR. So, Nicholas
Okay.
Puran over
Go ahead.
20. Ravi Bishnoi is the only sensible retention to me. Mayank Yadav, we don't know how long he's going to play. अभी इतना इंजरी कंसर्न चल रहा है कि वो 3 मैच के बाद दोबारा 2 महीने के लिए बाहर है. आयुष बदोनी, I completely agree with Vaipan. Mohsin Khan, again, has that history of carrying that injury for a very, very long time. And he was once a over 130 bowler. वो अभी 115-120 पे बॉल डाल रहा है यार. So Mohsin Khan,
Okay.
Mayank Yadav, they just don't add up. And Nicholas Puran, Mr. Goenka is obsessed with Nicholas Puran. I remember when he couldn't get Ben Stokes at the auction, his second favorite player to go for in the middle order was Nicky Pooran. He went after him, and that smile was on his face when he got him. So I'm not surprised with that Pooran retention, but very, very surprised with the group which they have assembled, because this can't be your core group. When you retain five
Okay,
players, you are
let's
retaining half the side, half the playing 11. This can't be your half the playing 11. Eh? No,
half the
no
playing
possible.
11, no way, because again दो तो आपने इंजर्ड ही गिना दिए और अभी स्टॉइनिस आने बाकी हैं. Let's see what they do with their core players and what the strategy and what the thinking here is. Let's move on to Gujarat Titans, and then we'll have two big teams remaining. Gujarat Titans, we've known what they have done for a while, and we were on air when they announced Rashid Khan and Shubman Gill. Sai Sudarshan, we announced yesterday. This was a lineup. इसमें सिर्फ एक Abhinav Manohar is the, I'm getting the name right? Abhinav Manohar is the only one that's missing there. Yeah, Rashid Khan, Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan, Tewatia, and Shah Rukh Khan. Sahil's favorite Shah Rukh Khan. निकाल के ले जाते हैं 4 CR. शाहरुख खान ऑक्शन में होते 4 CR मिल ही जाता है ना किसी ना किसी तरह. 51 they've used up. ज़्यादा मिलता. And the 69 CR. No, Ashish Nehra has been a big fan of Shah Rukh Khan, right? So that's why he bought him last year.
He has been a big fan of both Shah Rukh Khan.
Both Shah Rukh
He
Khan.
wants that
Both
one
Shah
Shah
Rukh
Rukh
Khan.
Khan.
Okay, quickly, Manuja, what do you think overall? This seems like a good retention.
I think this is one of the best retentions. I would say you have your basis
Okay.
for you have your captain in Gill, Rashid Khan. I mean, who would let go of Rashid? Sai Sudarshan, again, we spoke, worthy investment. Between I'm sure, I think the toss up would have been between Shah Rukh Khan and Abhinav Manohar. Again,
Yeah.
Shah Rukh Khan has been in the mix for a long time. I think they probably have one of the most balanced retention of saying these are the people who form our core and we're going to keep them. Amongst the newer teams like between LSG and Gujarat, I think these people waste their retentions.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll also say this, that one thing is that they realized ki, maybe in the overseas players, unless you're talking about like big ticket overseas players, they've realized that, okay, you know what? The kind of overseas players that Gujarat Titans had, they can always get them back from. क्योंकि मैं ये कहूंगा कि GT के जो overseas players थे, they were all utility overseas players. Okay,
Yes.
so they've realized that they can get them or players like them back from the auction. I'm very happy to see Sai Sudarshan there. Very happy to see somebody like a Rahul Tewatia, his talent being recognized again. Kiran Kumar पूछ रहे हैं, why not? Sorry?
Shami, subject to fitness, Miller.
Yeah, Kiran Kumar पूछ रहे हैं. Yeah, so Shami, because of their fitness issues there. Yeah, Dopine, you want to add something quickly?
Yeah, I wanted to get to the Shami point. Like Shami is
Yeah, go ahead.
one bowler like they should have retained. Like if the year they won the IPL, if they look at it in a very dispassionate way, who are the guys who won them? The one guy was Rashid Khan, Shami, and Hardik Pandya, and Shubman Gill probably. So Shubman Gill, not probably. So but then last year you did not have Shami, you suffered. Shami is coming back, you punt on him. If it doesn't work, because Shami, if he is fit, if he plays a bit, he's going to go for big money, and then you don't get a player like Shami. You shouldn't have missed out on Shami. Shah Rukh Khan,
But
I think
we don't have a hotline with NCA.
huh?
Okay.
Like Lucknow, we don't have a hotline with NCA.
Okay. No, I'll just say one thing, that the auction will be. No, I'll just say one thing, that the auction will be a little later, probably the first week of December or something. So आपके पास एक महीने का time है. Shami might just go and play some Ranji Trophy and convince them, and they might go back. Srini, you want to say something here?
November 24th auction, Riyadh.
24th auction, but yeah, even then, still another 3 weeks to go. So we might see Shami playing something, or might see improvement in fitness. Just rounding up Gujarat Titans quickly: Rashid Khan, Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan, Tewatia, and Shah Rukh Khan. They have 69 crores to play with. Let's move on to Rajasthan Royals. There have been some surprises here. I've kept two big teams for the end: Sanju Samson, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Riyan Parag, Dhruv Jurel. For me, this is the big one. Srini, I want to take your comment on this. First of all, let me just read up the whole thing. Dhruv Jurel, Shimron Hetmeyer, Sandeep Sharma is uncapped. It's been a long time. He's not retired, but he's close to retired, right? I mean, he's not coming back to play for India, so it's counting as uncapped. 79 CR used, 41 CR. They've let go of Trent Bolt, They've let go of Ravichandran Ashwin. They've let go of Josh Butler. They've let go of Yuzvendra Chahal as well. Big names to talk about, but let's get Srini. I think he might have to go as well. Srini, what I want to ask you is Dhruv Jurel. You mentioned RCB were interested in him, and then was he in the frame of being retained before RCB were interested in him or not? या ये एक domino effect हमें देखने को मिला है?
Last 48 hours is when they finalized Jurel. Until 48 hours, because they were very
So,
convinced that they wanted to keep Jurel. Their
yeah,
wicketkeeper was sorted in Sanju, and
yeah.
so by the way, I can tell you that they have reached an agreement. RR has reached an agreement where 7 matches Sanju will keep and 7 matches Jurel will keep.
Batao. So, see, again, the crux of the matter again is it is a domino effect. The moment you hear, and this is why this IPL season, this IPL retention season has been so amazing. We've
I'll
seen a lot of domino effects here, right? Yeah,
I,
go
I
ahead,
just
go ahead.
complete this. I'll just complete
Yeah,
this. I'm ready to live with anything. Okay, you moved on from Butler. You think a new, kind of era is assured. You think, Yashasvi is making the right noises to be given the leadership role. Whichever way RR wanted to think, I'm absolutely fine with it. You let go of
okay,
Yazuvendra Chahal, I will take a lot of time to digest that. You keep Ryan Prag, you keep everyone, and you
okay.
let go of Yazuvendra Chahal. I'm so sorry,
Yeah,
but
we're
I
gonna
think
have a
it's
bit
a
of a discussion
blunderous
on this.
move
Yeah,
on part of the
we
franchise.
yeah, because RCB might just think, okay, can we rectify our error? Yeah, Srini, are you
Well,
okay to continue?
I'm sorry. No, that's the point I was making. I can I'll make
Yeah,
a.
please. Yeah, please. Thank you so much for joining us for dropping so many bombs this Diwali. We'll see you again shortly on Beyond the Boundary. Group Sports Editor K. Srinivas Rao was joining us and dropping a few bombs and a pearl of wisdom there. Again, guys. Let's talk about RR in a bit of detail. कौन से players miss कर दिए? Sahil, let's with you. Josh Butler. I mean, my at this point in time, my favorite white ball opener in or a white ball batter, to be very honest. What a player, Josh Butler. A kharab season, and you're thinking let's let go of Josh Butler. What's the thinking there,
Smart thinking, right?
Sahil?
They've invested. Just
Smart
just
thinking.
look at
Okay.
just look at the average age of the players they have retained, except Hetmar and Sandeep Sharma. They're looking at least 5 to 7 years with the same group of players. They're looking at continuity. They're looking at stability. They're looking at
No,
players
but
who
Josh Butler
remain
gives you
with them.
3 years, right? This
नहीं
is
यार
a
वो क्या
look. This is a core group for 3 years. This pick is for 3 years. Josh Butler gives you
No,
three
no,
years,
I'm
doesn't
saying
he?
I'm like potentially you're looking at even when retention kind of increase after the next cycle, you're looking at most of these players staying with RR for a very long time. And the culture which they have in
Okay.
place, their homegrown academy setup, then their exchange program in the UK, they want to make use of these players 365 days by keeping them in good shape. जब वो ऑफ सीजन में होते हैं प्लेयर इन बीसीसीआई के प्लेयर्स भी एनसीए जाने से बेटर वो तालेगांव वाली फैसिलिटी में जाके प्रैक्टिस करते हैं आरआर की. So Samson, Jaiswal, Parag, Jurel. I think Jurel was a very brave retention at 14 CR.
Brave
But
retention.
clearly they are
Yes.
looking at the next 5 years. They're not looking at just this auction. They're looking at next
Yeah.
5 years with these group of players. Hetmar and Sandeep Sharma are stopgap arrangements. One cycle you'll probably see them phasing out of the setup. But top four, they're
Okay.
here to stay for a very long time.
Okay, and as Srinivas Rao said, Jurel and Samson to keep wickets for seven matches. That's another bomb that he's dropped before he left. Dopayan, I'm coming to you. Ravichandran Ashwin, he's going to be CSK player, isn't he? Because he's been let go by Rajasthan Royals. And I also want to talk to you about another player, Trent Bolt. He's going to be a hot pick. MI will be thinking, oh, let's any team for that matter. Any team for that matter will be thinking, I want Trent Bolt. Dopayan, your thoughts on Ashwin and
Josh,
Trent Bolt?
Josh Butler, Ravichandran Ashwin, Trent Bolt, Yuzvendra Chahal. All four will be hot picks, like
Hot picks.
hot picks.
Okay.
Yes, Ravichandran Ashwin, CSK will definitely go for him, but I will be very keen to see how Mumbai Indians deal with this thing, because Mumbai Indians has been lacking a quality spinner for a while now. They have suffered for it. They should
Yeah.
go for a senior spinner, and if this Ravichandran Ashwin, a battle for Ravichandran Ashwin between Mumbai Indians and CSK happens, that could be quite an interesting thing to observe. Josh
Okay.
Butler, I think, will be a great pick for RCB on that pitch, on that
Yeah.
Bangalore
Yeah.
pitch,
That too.
at the top of the order with Virat
Yeah.
Kohli, Josh Butler. My God, carnage!
Carnage. And one
Yeah,
more topic. Yeah, one more topic. And that's where I want to bring in Manuja, because she's seen him perform there at the RCB, at the RCB stadium. And I'll again say this, जो मैंने show शुरू होने time कहा था, letting go of Yuzvendra Chahal was probably the biggest blunder that RCB could have ever made. And now they have an opportunity to bring him back. And we have a lot of comments on this. Is there any chance for RCB for Chahal homecoming? Just talk about Chahal homecoming, potential homecoming. Is this a possibility? We'll take Sahil's comments on this also. Manuja.
I think this RR has opened the doors for Chehal's homecoming. I'm sure, given their retentions, where they're again almost starting with a blank slate of you've retained two batsmen and a bowler. That's about it. I think they've really freed up things for Chahal. You definitely need Butler. Butler is your probable, I won't say like to like replacement, but somebody who brings in the values of an ABD in terms of experience, in terms of big hitting, and also in terms of fan value that he brings to the team. I don't see a reason why RCB will not, make the same mistake twice. You'll want to get Chahal back. Butler again, I think, is going to go guns. But what with Rajasthan Royals, 32 crores for two wicket keepers to keep 7 matches. Yes, but they went so well.
Strange things happen in the IPL.
Hetmer and Sandeep Sharma, 31-year-old Sandeep Sharma. I mean, really,
no, again, look, that's 4 crores. So no, he's bowled really well for them. So I can still understand that. Hetmeyer, I don't understand. क्योंकि आप किसी भी angle से इसको देखो, however they redistributed, you're giving him 6-7 crores. They could have easily got that 6-7 crore. And if I remember correctly, I think they got Yuzvendra Chahal for 7 crore the last time. Probably he wanted more this time. I don't know. But again, Chahal at 11, 14 CR, very valuable. Yeah.
Chetan, I think Yuzvendra Chahal leaving RR has something to do with Rahul Dravid also. If you see, once Rahul Dravid became the India coach, Yuzvendra Chahal never got a game. So I have a feeling they are probably not on the same page when it comes to their idea of cricket. There could be some differences. He probably believes he'll get more money and he will be a massive pick. Like you just see how much Yuzvendra Chahal goes for. A 15 crore pick.
And on that note, because यहाँ पे बहुत सारा RCB discussion भी हो रहा है, so let's come to the RCB topic as well. But before that, let me just wind up Rajasthan Royals quickly. Pretty predictable, except for the last one, except for the fourth one there. In fact, Samson, Jaiswal, Parag, Hetmeyer came out of syllabus. Sandeep Sharma was predictable, and then Dhruv Jurel, as we mentioned here, and as you get all the lowdown here on TOI Beyond the Boundary, Dhruv Jurel, last 48 hours is where they made the move for him. Domino effect of RCB wanting Dhruv Jurel is what we understand. Let's go on to RCB. And that's the main show, isn't it? Virat Kohli. We broke that news here on TOI Beyond the Boundary. Virat Kohli potentially back.
Just for our viewers, there is a name missing from the graphic, and it's Rajat Patidar. So Rajat Patidar, Yash Dayal, and Virat Kohli are the 3 retentions.
Okay. So 3 retentions for RCB: Virat Kohli, Yash Dayal, Rajat Patidar, and of course they will have, like Punjab Kings. Sahil, let's start with you. Like Punjab Kings, they will have a lot of purse remaining as well. What do you make of RCB's retentions here?
You're asking me?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're asking me on RCB.
RCB,
RCB. All these names are Majid Khan has hit the nail where it was needed. Ishan Kishan, David Miller. Coach say I'm not sure, but Ishan Kishan and David Miller you need that firepower in the middle order. यार वो middle order piece has to
Yeah.
come into the right place. But Yuzvendra Chahal, I don't know on what page he is with the RCB franchise now, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से openly
Yeah.
उसने criticize करा है कि no one even called me when I was let go off. So I don't think it will be a very pleasant homecoming, even if it happens, because they have to make peace after what had happened the last time around. So not sure about
Okay.
Chahal. They could still go for Hasaranga again because they had that obsession with Hasaranga when they
No surprises
got rid
there,
of
right?
Chahal and got back Hasaranga. So Hasaranga
Yeah.
का भरोसा नहीं, but Santer लाओ यार,
Okay.
Santer लाओ, मजा करो थोड़ा, Santer
National
लाओ
level.
चिन्ना स्वामी,
No,
थोड़ा
no,
मजा
no,
आएगा.
no. Okay. Enough. This is the
Rachin
RCB fan
Ravindra के
speaking
लिए
now.
जा सकते हैं वो लोग. I think
No, the TOI report is
because Rachin Ravindra is a
Sahil Malhotra
Bangalore
now
boy.
No, Sahil Malhotra is now speaking as RCB fan. Let's get sports fan here. Dayal over Siraj. It's like out to hell. Siraj didn't do well, but leaving him out is a surprise. No, I don't think there's a surprise. I think they can get him for RTM instead of spending 14, 11 CR on him for somebody who's bowling at more than 9 and over. Manuja and Gopayan, your thoughts on RCB? They need big players, and there's a lot they could do with those. It's not 98 now. It's you take away another 14 CR from there. They have 84 CR, 84 CR remaining. So yeah, they could do a lot with that.
I'm banking a lot on Andy Flower's strategies here. I think Mobat and Andy Flower have, done a lot of thinking. Virat Kohli, we said, the team will revolve around him. Yash Dayal, I think the smartest thing to do because he comes at 4 crore. So,
Yeah.
you've really freed up a whole lot of money to build a
Yeah.
team. I was saying yesterday, and I'll still say Ishan Kishan will be one of their picks. He's somebody they should go for
Yeah.
middle order, keeper, Butler. The opportunities are endless for RCB. Abhinav
Yeah.
Manohar can finally come home.
Yeah. Big
He's
hitter.
been
You want a middle order big
yeah,
hitter. Yeah. You want a
yeah.
middle order big hitter. Yeah.
And he's also the finisher you can look at. He's somebody
Yeah.
who will probably fit into Dinesh Karthik's role as a finisher. A whole lot of what this does for RCB is you can't blame anything anymore other than your own strategies at this point of time. I hope they rely more on common sense and their thinking other than AI analytics and what's the other thing, Sahil?
Hinterland scouting. Hinterland
Hinterland
scouting.
scouting. Hinterland scouting. Okay, just a clarification. We've corrected this. Virat Kohli, Rajat Patidar, Yash Dayal. They paid Yash Dayal 5 CR. उनके पर्स में से जाएगा 4 CR for the uncapped player, but they paid him 5 CR. 21 CR makes Virat Kohli the most expensive player, most expensive Indian player, and then 11 CR for Rajat Patidar. Okay, so that's
Yes, I think it's still at 5 CR, Chetan, because left arm pacer, Bangalore conditions can swing the ball both ways.
Again,
I think
they're paying 1 CR over the top. No, but they're paying 1 CR over the top for an uncapped player. But okay, that's fine. It's up to them what they want to do. Will Jacks is a mistake to leave him out. We'll see how it pans out. जैसे हमने कहा कि there are still 3 right to match cards remaining with RCB.
RTM
And we might get some news on Cameron Green as well. But RCB, they need to build a squad. Otherwise, Sahil Malhotra will be really heartbroken. Remaining purse is 83 CR. Yes, I wanted to come to that. So, Ryan, thanks for mentioning that. KL Rahul going back to RCB. हमने जॉस बटलर बात कर लिया, ईशान किशन बात कर लिया. We have spoken a lot of players going to RCB. KL Rahul is going to RCB, isn't he?
Yeah. See,
RCB is
Manuja, 1 second. Let Dupayan first.
No, what I feel is that RCB is also a team that wants to create an identity of its own with this local idea. So this KL Rahul and Rachin Ravindra, because Rachin Ravindra is a Bangalore boy, they may just go for these two guys. Because of this local identity thing is kind of big in these southern franchises. So that could be an idea, and then an explosive opener up top. So that has to be one between could be Josh Butler. These are the things that they have to. And the problem with this team is that they
Okay,
have to
this is a wish
build
list.
the entire
RCB
team.
wish list.
And मैं अभी भूल गया हूँ कि कब विराट कोहली ने सिंगल हैंडेडली एक मैच जीता है T20 में.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, that's another pot of debate. Let's not stir that debate. नहीं तो आज हम दिवाली यहीं पे ही मनाएंगे. We will not be able to, Sahil will be like, छोड़ो दिवाली, मैं यहाँ पे fight करता हूँ. विराट कोहली ने कब मैच जिताया था? Manuja, your thoughts quickly on this. Not on the Virat Kohli match जिताने वाले. Not on the Virat Kohli matches.
T20
On
match.
RCB.
T20
So
match.
RCB as much as a franchisee, they've always said they are like EPL, where you want to have a pan national presence, and they don't. As much as they are a Bangalore team, they identify themselves as a global brand. So their local affinity has been minimum. I see. Also, please remember they went from Royal Challengers Bangalore to Royal Challengers Bengaluru after 14 years after the city was renamed. So it took
These
them
things
that
don't
long
matter.
to. Yeah.
Let me
So
just
for
say,
that,
you could build a Kannada side. You could change your name. You could change your colors. You could do anything you want.
yeah.
If you want to win, you
But
have to build a
yeah,
good team. Build a good
yeah,
team.
you are building a good team. Given Virat Kohli's relationship with KL Rahul, I see him come back.
Okay. Sahil, we'll get the last comment on RCB from you. Not about whether whether this Isala Cup naam de whatever. What do you think? RCB, they have a good purse, 83 CR. Like a lot of teams, or like say somebody like a Punjab Kings, there's a chance here to wipe your slate clean. Virat Kohli captaincy 2.0. मौका है. Will RCB utilize this chance?
I feel like but I think they shouldn't.
Of course you do.
I feel they shouldn't commit the blunder of getting KL Rahul in RCB. Yeah. I think it will be too much of a burden seeing Virat Kohli and KL Rahul bat at the top of the order. वो नहीं हो सकता. The game is too outdated here to have both of them at top. So only one can be there. Yeah. So if KL kind of does what he has been looking to do for a very long time, which is to bat in the middle order and kind of finds a different gear which we haven't seen in the last 3 years, then it becomes a different story altogether. But KL Rahul and Virat at top of the order, not happening in an ideal T20-11.
Okay. And just a final word on you guys. We know a lot of players, big name players, have gone in the auctions today. Let's make some predictions, okay? Let's make some predictions. Give me one name and one team that particular player goes to. Let's start with Sahil. Pick one name, one team, and the kind of price you think that player goes to.
Shreyas Iyer DC over 15 CR.
Sorry, come again. Dobara say. Shreyas Iyer to DC.
DC over 15 CR.
Okay, Manuja.
20 plus for Rishabh at Punjab.
20 plus for Rishabh at Punjab. Okay, Dwapayan.
25 plus for Rishabh at Punjab.
Pick a different player. Pick a different 25 plus. Okay, that's huge. But since already Pant has been picked, pick another player.
Okay, Yuzvendra Chahal 15 RCB.
Okay, 15. Okay, I was going to pick. Big statement. These are big statements. मतलब इतना पैसा 25 CR. Okay. I was going to pick Yuzvendra Chahal, but to Mumbai Indians for say around 7 or 8 CR. But we'll see what happens. 15 तो ज़्यादा है for Yuzvendra Chahal in a mega auction. 15 CR. I think
he's a match winner.
He's a match winner, but no auction dynamics don't allow you 15 CR for a player like. For a player like Chahal, it just doesn't do that. Sanjeev ji saying they want RCB 12 CR, and of course Ravi Shankar कैसे पीछे रह सकते हैं. Pant 20 CR CSK भाई 50 CR तो देखो CSK कहाँ हैं. 55 CR तो रह गया है. 20 CR if they spend on Pant, थोड़ा सा लगाओ यार. नहीं 20 CR for Pant is no not for CSK, I would say. And we'll just take one more. Suhail Ahmed saying 12 CR, Butler, RCB. Now, before this becomes an RCB wish list, I would like to thank all of you for joining us today. Sahil Malhotra, Manuja Virappa, Dwapayan Datta, K. Srinivas Rao, and all our viewers who've joined us. We came at a bit of a early time because it was about breaking news and all. We would also like to thank our producers who've joined us today. Asad and Akshay behind the scenes doing all the hard work and making the show possible. At 5:30 tomorrow, we'll be back with the first day's play from the third test. Hopefully, some more good news for India. Nihal Singh ka le lete hain. Nihal Singh, I'm sorry, we have already discussed GT. We'll be putting up clips on YouTube. Please watch them. Do subscribe to iSports on YouTube. And Nihal Singh says Ishan Kishan 20 crore for Gujarat Titans. In fact, last point, it's not a bad punt, Ishan Kishan to GT for 20 CR. Right? Sahil? Manuja?
Yeah,
Gopayan?
good friends will reunite.
Not a bad punt. Not a bad punt.
ठीक है
ठीक है, द्वापायन का रिएक्शन ठीक है
because
Anyway.
ईशान किशन कुछ कर नहीं रहा है like last
maybe he'll do it in Ahmedabad. Maybe he'll do it in Ahmedabad.
शायद के ऊपर खेलना पड़ेगा but कुछ करता नहीं है.
Okay. No, but it's a good punt. Let's just say it's a good punt. Ishan Kishan, 20 CR GT. I think that's a very, very good punt. Nihal Singh, thank you so much for joining us. YouTube, you'll see more videos of us. We'll also try and put a replay of the show today so that people can watch it. Thank you so much, guys. Sahil, Dhupai, and Manuja. Thanks to our producers and to everyone joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Happy Diwali to all of you.
Happy Diwali, guys.
Happy day.